Ben, we go again. Less than 8 weeks after we saw you in Birmingham against Jordan Grant, you put on a performance there, the Naseem Hamed entrance, you know, putting a lot of pressure on yourself, but you're the type of fighter that seems to feed off that pressure, and you delivered there in Birmingham.
I don't know if you check my Instagram, Pressure Makes Diamonds, and I've got a whole lot of diamonds, so it's a performance fit for a king, and hopefully I keep filling those shoes.
Yeah, I mean, where did the whole Naseem Hamed thing come from? You know, the Naseem Hamed ring entrance, you know, your performance, even in the shorts. And that was a Naseem Hamed performance. You know, he was the biggest showman of recent times, and you delivered like him. I mean, like I say, that pressure is like, you know, you got to back that up.
100% great fighter, but that's why I work so hard. I put myself in these positions to make sure I shine. It was my first fight with Adidas. I thought, why not do that, the nice shorts, you know, it just made sense. And people loved it or hated it, they tuned in, so.
And how important is it for you to be like active now? You know, you had that inactivity at the beginning of your career, went out in Saudi, had that injury, you know, got through the performance, you know, put in a good performance, clear victory, but not, you know, you was frustrated with that yourself. The shoulder injury put you out for a while. Now you're back and you're boxing regular. How important is that? Because inactivity is no good for any fighter, especially at the beginning of their career. And we're expecting to see, like, you develop a lot more when you're active. How important is that for you?
Yeah, so I've been boxing since I was 7. I had my first fight at 11, so all I know is boxing, all I know is the gym. So having that little big break since the injury, it was kind of upsetting. My body kind of needed it, but it's upsetting because I don't know what else to do. So now that I've got that momentum back, I'm injury free. I'm getting out these fights pretty unscathed as well, so why not? After this last fight, Jordan Grant, I was back in the gym in 3 days, working on things, improving on things, and I think if I keep that mindset, it'll only get better each time.
Yeah, and that momentum's so important. You took yourself off to New York for this fight, training camp out in New York. How did it go out there? You know, talk to us a little bit about that, and when did you come back?
Yeah, for me it's great. Like you said, you see some of these UK fighters midway through the career, at the end of the career, they start touching the American waters, where before my debut I was out in America, so I'm learning their style, learning not only the style but the mindset of the fighters as well. It's kind of a hostile situation sometimes, and for me to be that so early, I'm only going to learn, but it's been great.
I love that you touched onto the mindset thing there. That shows you like sort of what sort of pedigree of fighter you are, because you recognise that early in your career. Because listen, I'm speaking as a fighter that went 12 rounds. I had to dig deep in the 11th to 12th round, the penultimate rounds, where your skill set goes out the window. It's not about how good you are, it's the psychological battle, how tough it is. You've decided to take up that challenge early on to prepare yourself for those fights later on down the road.
Yeah, 100%. Like you said, as a fighter yourself, you know, I think half the battle in this boxing game is your mindset. If you go in there believing you'll win, majority of the time you'll win. If you have that slight doubt, slight little doubt, the demons on your shoulder, you kind of get found out. So I thought, do I want to stay in the UK and be under my own comforts? Yeah, I do. But for my boxing, it's not going to help me. So I took myself out. I'm sparring these guys, going to their gym. They know who I am, or they know Sugar, so they want to impress and things like that. So for me, 3 fights in so far doing that, it's only going to hold me in great stead.
How important was that relationship teaming up with Sugar Hill? You know, he's got a great CV. But it doesn't mean that every fighter's going to gel with him. You two seem to have gelled unbelievably well. How important was that for you? Tell us about the relationship between you two.
Yeah, I have a great team, if I'm being honest. So starting off, I've got Joby Clayton in my corner. So I've had him since a young kid, so he knows me. If I'm having a bad day or I'm a bit moody, he knows me. And then for a bit more experience and knowledge and being around things, I brought Sugar Hill in. He's been in the biggest fights you can name in the recent years. So having that knowledge, having that calmness in your corner, it's only going to help me.
It's like, being with your trainer is like a father-son relationship, because, like, you know what I mean, they're the first phone call in the morning, the last phone call at night, and all you seem to do is like you live, sleep, eat boxing, basically. You know, Sugar Hill is great at that, isn't he? He gives you the time that you need, because fighters need to feel a little bit of love as well, and he's a great character to be around.
100%. I think the real reason I went with him, first camp, he was cooking me pancakes and washing my pants and socks. I'm like, oh, this is different, man. You know what I mean? Bless her, I don't need my mum anymore. He's my mum now, but that's what it was like. He was quite nice, and he took me under his wing. And like you said, in these fights, you need to believe in your coach. And if they're looking after you in those little ways and things like that, you'll believe in them. And like I said, I've got 2 father figures in my corner. I've got him and Joby, so I think it's good.
Yeah, brilliant. Listen, I want to get onto the fight, Vladimir Belujsky. Tell me a little bit about him. He's a tough guy. He's been around a lot. Jack Cullen's a name that I recognised on his record. Went the distance with Jack Cullen, who's a good operator at a good level. So this is a good opponent for you at this time. It's time, you know, it's a good another chance for you to make a statement against a tough guy.
Which camera do I look in? This one. I'm not Jack Cullen. No, I'm sorry, I'm Ben Whittaker. But jokes aside, tough guy, of course. It depends what type of guy he comes in. Does he want to come and have a bit of a go? Does he want to come and survive? But either way, that's why I've got the team around me to make sure we put the game plan into place, break him down slowly, and I'm looking to get him out of there.
Do you know how I don't know how I connect with you, right? Because I was around at this time. Me and Nassim Hamid grew up together. We boxed for England together. We sparred together from when we was 13 to 17 when he turned pro. Got a good relationship. Still got a relationship with him now. And there's so many similarities between you and him. As in, what I'm saying is, as in your personality, your confidence. Like it's not fake. It's real. Do you know what I'm saying? And I can see that, and that takes you to superstar status. We saw that with Naz, because like I said to you, this all goes back to adding that pressure on yourself to bring out the performances in yourself. Did you study Naz much as a kid?
No, I'm not gonna lie. Since I turned pro, I've heard Naz, and he's a great fighter. I talk to his sons a lot, and we keep in touch. But I actually never watched him, if I'm being honest. My role models was Mario Kindelin, Tommy Hearns, and obviously Floyd Mayweather. So watching that, it was like, I want to be like them. But coming in, I watched the Kevin Kelly fight for the shorts, of course, and what a showman he was. You know, I mean, he used to put on a show, his confidence, the way he talked, and I can see the similarities. But I'm not trying to be him. I'm trying to be myself, and it is what it is. Love it or hate it.
Listen, like he goes down as one of the
one of the best.
In my book, I think he's one of the best, if not the best British fighter ever from these shores. People forget how good he was, and I see those similarities. Only a much bigger guy. You know what I mean? But you're very elusive. You've got shot selection, brilliant. And at this stage, we're never going to know how good you are, because you're. You know, you're taking these opponents apart. Belujsky's one of those guys. He could give you a few rounds, but again, it's a chance for you to make a statement. What are we expecting on Saturday night? Does Ben Whittaker steal the show?
You know, I always steal the show. And I'm sorry, Savannah, but just take your time warming up, because I'm going to do my thing. But I'm looking. It depends what Ben Whittaker comes. If I wake up and have my hash browns and beans, we're going to get him out of there. If we don't, we'll see. But I'm looking to put on a dominant performance, break him down, and have fun in there, of course.
How do we hold Ben Whittaker back? That's another question for you, right? Because what I'm saying is, you're that good. You go, where is his level right now? Because it is all about development, and you've got to take the right fights at the right time. You know, Nassim Hamid boxed for a European title, I think, in his 12th fight. I beat him on that one, actually. I won on my 11th, but that's another story. But he won it in his 12th fight. But what I'm saying is, it's very difficult to hold a good fighter back. Where do you see your roadmap over, you know, the next 12 months or the next 10 fights? I mean, tell me about that.
Truthfully, the way I train, the amateur experience I've got, the fighters I'm sparring now, I know I can jump into these fights now, but this is a business. It's about finding the right fights at the right time, getting yourself in the positions at the right time. I'm still young, I'm 26. There's still a lot more to learn, a lot more building, so I'm not silly, and it's a business as well. Do you want to see me get a world title in 12 fights, or do you want to see me in 30 fights? That's the thing. So my thing is keep performing, keep winning, and that's why I got these people around me to make sure.
We want to see the Ben Whittaker show. That's what it's about, and I think that's what you're sort of creating now, where people are going, love this. You know what I mean? The kid's talking the talk, he's backing it up, he's delivering. You know, and I think that's where we want to see it go. And like 100%. You say, if you're good enough, you're ready. Right? And you just see that when the rounds. You know what I want to see? I want to see when Ben Whittaker hits someone, he stays there, because you will get these fights like Naz got it against Castro, where you go, you're hitting them, and they're just tough, and they come back and they take you to it, and you have to start asking yourself questions. Is that something that you want? Like someone to sort of get you, you know, prepared for the bigger fights, because one day it will happen.
Not really. Early as possible. You know what I mean? I want to get them out there, go home and play my PlayStation, if I'm honest. But that's why I'm doing these camps. I'm going out to places like that, sparring like ex-world champions or potential world champions, people that are taking the shots, walking through, talking a bit of rubbish to me. So I go, okay, I know I can't bang these kids out. I need to box and things like that. So if I'm not doing it in the fights, don't worry, I'm learning in sparring. So that's where the confidence comes from.
Brilliant. Well, Ben, listen, looking forward to Saturday night, mate. Looking forward to another Ben Whittaker performance, maybe a Ben Whittaker show.
You know, I steal the show, so it's only right.